Hello and welcome to Brumbies TV, where we discuss all the latest news and views of Super Rugby. I'm Brittany Bloomer. Now this week, Matt Tamua and Robbie Coleman joined us on the couch, and we find out who is the most annoying Brumbies player. But first, I caught up with David Pocock to find out his thoughts on the upcoming trip to Perth.
Tonight on Brumbies TV, we look back at the Brumbies' 32-15 win over the Waratahs. Scott Seo takes us behind the scenes at GIO Stadium, and we hand the microphone over to fans at Meet the Players Day.
Well, the boys are on their way to Perth to take on the Force, but now I've got David Pocock. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
So you're feeling pretty happy against the win against the Waratahs?
Yeah, it was a good win. I mean, it's always a tough game against the Tars. There's a lot of history there, and they've had the better of us over the past few years. So to win at home in front of such a good crowd was a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course, and it was a pretty gruelling match as well. I mean, both teams spotted injuries as well. Was it pretty physical on the field?
Yeah, it's always physical, and I think it's got a bit more of an edge because you know the guys so well. A lot of guys have played age group rugby alongside guys in the Tars or played in the Wallabies. So that certainly adds that little bit of niggle and personal edge. So it was good fun. Yeah,
definitely lots of fire in the match there. So it must have felt pretty good finally getting rid of that losing streak, the almost 2-year losing streak against the Waratahs.
To run out there in front of 20,000 people and I guess put in a pretty good performance. I think there's certainly things that we need to continue to improve on, but I mean to get the win in front of 20,000 at GIO is always very special.
Now this is your first faraway game for the season. What are you expecting from the Force?
Looking forward to getting over there. They're a team that has a really good supporter base and they really turn out, and I guess they're pretty tough to beat over there. Yeah, it's been a good start, but I guess it's just that it's a start. So we really got to push on from here, and it's a nice way to get away. Perth and then 2 in South Africa. We'll enjoy the time over there and get stuck in and hopefully get a few wins.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks so much for your time today and joining us on Brumbies TV.
No worries.
All the best of luck for the next 3 weeks.
Cheers.
Coming up, we talk about all the results for Super Rugby over the weekend, and Scott takes us into the sheds to talk to the boys about the win against the Waratahs.
Hi guys, Scott Seo here, Brumbies TV after a good win against the Waratahs. I've got Jared Butler here who actually ran on for his 50th Super Rugby cap. Massive achievement, mate. How was that? They're pretty physical.
Yeah, we knew the Waratahs were going to play really hard footy, be on the ball, contest everything, and that was very much the case. And to our credit, everyone really grounded out really well. And get that try at the end there and put the icing on the cake, man, it was pretty awesome.
We've got our fellow Argentinian here, Tomas Cubelli, also known as Cube and Masi. Very tough game. Your first Brumbies versus Waratahs encounter. How was it?
Buenas noches. They told me that Waratahs Brumbies were tough games, and they are very tough games, I think.
Your roommate Dowsett has told me that you applied for Uber. You're actually a certified Uber driver. I just want to know what your rating is.
5 stars.
I heard you talking to the boys out there saying that as a co-captain you've scored more points when you're captain than Stephen Moore, and that you should run out first. I just want to know, is there any truth to that rumour?
Nah, I'm just lucky enough I get to kick goals. If Squeak could kick goals, I'm sure he'll have more points, but I don't want to run out first, man. He can lead the team out. I'll just support him from the back. I'm like the best supporting actor.
Yeah, you are, mate. You are. You're pretty good looking bloke as well. That helps. Yeah, that's it, mate. You finally won your Oscar. I always love having you here on Brumbies TV. Great game again, mate, and we'll back it up next week.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
The Crusaders down the Blues in Christchurch before the Brumbies held out the Waratahs. The Lions recorded their first ever win in Waikato against the Chiefs before the Highlanders snuck home against the Hurricanes in a replay of last year's final. The Stormers made it 2 from 2 against the Cheetahs, while the Sharks held on against the Jaguars in Durban. Taking a look at the competition ladder after 2 rounds, and it's the Brumbies and Crusaders atop the Australasian group, followed by the Force and Waratahs. While in the South African group, the Sharks, Stormers and Lions are setting the early pace.
I intentionally signed it so there is a chance of coming back before the next World Cup. Obviously, if I did come back, I'd like to come back here. It's where I started my rugby as well. So, yeah, look, the options are open, but definitely going there. I don't want to have, one foot in either camp. I want to go there and enjoy it there and, give everything to that team. And then if I can come back, I will. Yeah, that was quite intentional. Obviously, just want to focus on the year ahead and, got a lot to look forward to later in the year. But first things first, obviously a big season here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose my focus was getting a really good pre-season under my belt, which, I managed to do that and basically just trying to improve each week. So, started the season well and want to keep improving week to week.
Don't you know I'm home?
I was in Japan at the time, finishing up on contract there, and the Waratahs actually got me back to fill in for them. And so I finished the year with them, and then I got the opportunity to come down here and have a meeting with the Brumbies, and they signed me on the following year. I always admired the way the Brumbies played, and to be able to come down here and get involved in this program, to me, was it was a great opportunity and something that I just couldn't resist. I generally wake up pretty early with my two youngest daughters, so spend a bit of time with them, until about lunchtime, and then so whatever we play a few games, or they generally make me some brekkie or something like that, so they get involved in it too, which is good. Generally, I'll just talk to whoever wants to have a chat and sort of get my mind away from the game a bit until once we start stretching, and then we have our team meetings, our unit meetings and team meeting. That's when I start getting pretty pumped up and get my game face on, and just thinking about my role in the team, what I can do that night to make us as successful as we can.
The whole travel thing, obviously, it's a few hours behind, and I think they just get a genuine lift like most teams at home. So we've done okay there in the last couple of years, but I do remember a decent loss a few years ago, just before the finals, which kind of stunted our momentum a bit. Yeah, I think whenever you're on tour with guys and for a sustained period of time, 3 weeks, I think it's always a good time for the team to come together and really bond. I think getting that early in the year is really good. We can kind of set a few standards and just try and get a bit of culture around the team for the rest of the year. So we get to go to Cape Town again, which we went last year. We had a good final win there. So, yeah, there's a few things to get excited about. I think anyone playing their rugby here, his ultimate goal is to play for their country. So, obviously playing over in Africa, playing versus Springboks the Stormers, who have a lot of Springboks, is a good opportunity to test yourself.
It's time to check out how the Brumbies and Force match up heading into tomorrow night's match in Perth. In the short history between these two sides, they've met 14 times, with the Brumbies winning on 10 of those occasions. The last time they met, the Brumbies won in the West to seal a spot in the 2015 Finals Series. The Brumbies have won the last 4 meetings between the two sides and have a strong record in Perth, including a win in the Force's very first match of Super Rugby back in 2006. In this weekend's other matches, the Blues host the Hurricanes in the weekend's opening match, before the Force host the Brumbies. On Saturday, the Lions will be hoping to make it 2 from 2 in New Zealand when they take on the defending champs, while the Rebels return from South Africa to host the Reds. The late march on Saturday will see the Sunwolves return from the bye to host the Cheetahs. And on Sunday, the Kings will be looking for their first win of the season against the Chiefs, while the Stormers and Sharks will battle it out for the top spot in the South African group.
Everyone's pretty good. Some guys never bring their own soap or towel or anything like that. A few serial offenders there, but generally guys are pretty good.
I think Robbie Abel doesn't have very much dressing room etiquette. He's always sitting in my spot.
There's a lot of candidates for this one, but I would have to give it to Les Macon. I think if you're short and big, stick to, tight sort of stuff. He goes real tight and a bit long, a bit draggy. So yeah, I'd have to say Les.
I hate to throw it down to Stanners, but he's not far from me, and it's usually he's 2 lockers away from me, and I still get some of his, old underpants in my sections.
I'd say Scott Fardy. He just walks around naked all the time. As we say, Joey Bow.
What does he do?
Oh, just everything he does.
Joey Powell again, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just being around like that, I don't know what it is, eh? Honestly, every time he's just... Maybe he reminds me of my little brother, so I feel like I just want to give him a couple slaps.
Jared likes to sleep down there a lot. I don't know why, but he's always lying down on the couch there.
James Dargaville, he leaves his towel, the same towel in his locker. They must go on maybe 2-week cycles. It gets really bad.
No one always say, but I'm next to Nigel, and he's always taking up all my space.
Probably Alan again. He leaves his dirty undies around, so none of the boys like that, and it's a bit of a stench in the mornings when we get there. So yeah, probably Alan.
Joe Tamani, he obviously does his hair and stuff a lot. He actually sprays grip spray onto his legs so the socks don't pull down. So yeah, there's a fair bit going on there.
We just want to make it about giving back to everyone and having everyone in the same place at the same time and just get everyone excited for the season ahead.
Do you have any favourite foods? None that I can say on this camera at the moment.
What's your favourite food?
Favourite forward position? Well, if I was going to be a forward, I would say I'd probably be a prop. So I could eat what I wanted to.
It's a fruit salad, a yogurt.
Can I dance? Definitely not.
Ice cream. You want to buy me ice cream?
If I have. Can you dance?
You gonna dance? Can you dance?
Yes.
Alright, you gonna show me a move and I'll copy?
Thanks for coming.
So just hit me on the hand then. Oh!
Great to see so many Brumbies fans out here.
These kind of days are pretty special and important for our fans, the kids especially.
It means a lot to the kids and that means a lot to us.
It's good to see the smile on the kids' faces. They seem like they're enjoying it.